Oh, there was one more thing to tell you. I take my radio wherever I go. I'm not at Mother's house and I'm not in Hawaii. So when I go to a project, I bring my radio, so I turn that on and get myself some tunes, because cleaning this floor is going to take me a while. Look, I've got this little section done right here. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, I'm working on that. I've got that little section already. See how dirty the rest of this floor is? Yeah, I got to move this table right here too. Yeah, see, all of this area here I've got to do up to the hallway right here, because I did that before. Doesn't that look nice? Look at that. See how clean that looks? And I've got 2 coats of sealer on there. Looks like a different floor, doesn't it? Looks like they changed grout colors there, didn't it? Doesn't it? Now see how dirty this floor is? You know? All the marks on here and stuff. Look at all the marks here by the door here. Okay? There was just as many, if not worse, on down through here, because this is the main hallway going to the front door, to the garage, and up into the bedroom. So, you know, I've got some extra work here. I'm hoping it's going to be fairly clean underneath here. I don't know, but there's probably, you know, I'm still going to have to clean. I'm still going to clean this just like before, and I'm not going to have to spend as much time to get rid of all the little lines. But you can see this is where the kitchen area was, so I'm really making sure I do a good job here, because this was really super dirty. Okay. All right. Yeah, you probably want to see how dirty that water is. That was clean water, and all I did was these 4.5 tiles and 4.5, 9 tiles right there. That's it. And look how dirty this water is already. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this section right here, and I'm gonna do a little bit, start backing up right here next to the refrigerator. And once this gets too dirty, then I want to clean it. In fact, maybe even after this little section here, I might take this outside, dump it out, and fill it back up with water to get nice clean water. You don't want to start rinsing off your entire floors with that, because, you know, some of it's going to stay on your sponge, and then you're not going to get a nice clean floor. Okay? Because we want a nice clean floor, so when we seal, everything will be right. Well, this is how I'm going to put it on. I've got just a little paint tray, and I've got a little thin insert so I don't mess up the plastic tray. I could throw this away. And I've got a 4-inch paintbrush. This is just a little cheap paintbrush. And I've got my yoga mat here, and I'm just going to use that, and that's what I'm going to use to get this all done. Okay, I have to end up using this paintbrush to do the cut in, and I also wanted to make sure that I got it on the grout lines. That's the main thing on this project, to get 2 coats of sealer all nicely saturated into this grout, because you saw how dirty that was. And if I go over this with a little thin roller, let's say, it might not get in there and get the grout all cleaned up, all sealed up. And so I'm just going to do it like this. Now, if you have a better idea on how to install this sealer, you should send me a comment and let me know. But see, it doesn't really take that long to put this on. And the reason why I'm going to put 2 coats, because 2 coats is better than 1. Plus, after this dries with just 1 coat, you still want to try to get it on nice. But you're going to see the lines to a certain extent. But after you put the 2nd coat on, they pretty much go away. That's what I found with the other floor that I did in this house with the same Mexican tiles You call these Mexican pavers, or I was calling them Mexican tile, clay tiles, you know. So I'm just gonna do a few tiles at a time where I feel comfortable without stretching out too far off of my mat. See? Just like that. Now I can come back and I'm going to do 2 rows here. I think you'll be able to see this. I did right underneath you first because I knew you probably wouldn't be able to see me. And this sealer doesn't really take that long to dry either. I was kind of amazed because you've been watching my channel, you'll have seen that most of the sealer that I've put on floors is on natural stone floors with a sponge roller, and that stuff takes, it says, a couple hours before you can put the second coat on. Well, this stuff, it dries quicker than that, and I'll be putting on the second coat before the end of the evening, and it will be dry to walk on and not that long. I thought for sure I'd have to stay off of this for a day to let it dry and all that, but last time I did it right here in this house, it didn't really take that long for it to dry, and then we could walk on it again. Okay, so I just drag this over, just dab it in there like that, okay, just like that. Put it on. You don't have to be a painter to do this. Now, as you cut in, you're going to have to take it like that and slide it in, and you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. Okay? Do the best you can. You just don't want to leave too much sealer on here. I did that before with that 1/2 inch nap 9-inch roller, and to my chagrin, it beat it up into little balls as it was drying. Now this with the paintbrush, because I've got it on there nice and thin, but thick enough on the grout lines, that as it dries, it's not going to do that. Because I tried it last time and it didn't. I don't know how else to do it. Like right in here, it's already starting to dry. I was afraid to use a regular roller because I had good luck with this paintbrush before, and I don't want to do anything else. But next project that I try, I might go to the hardware store, talk to them, and find out, okay, what kind of roller. They have a sponge roller that's really super thin, like a 9-inch roller cover, and it's maybe 1/4 of an inch thick or less. You'll see it's coated on a cardboard tube, and I've seen people use that before, but I just didn't want to chance it because everything balled up before. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but it did. And so I'm going to do it this way. Now see, I'm getting here, and I've got that little bit to do. I've got this to do way over there, so I'm just going to do 2 more rows right in here, and then I'll work way over there to the corner and work back this way. Okay, you just, you know, pick a point on your floor on where you're going to start, and then just get out there and start going. You shouldn't have to walk in this. Just get yourself a game plan as to which door you're going to go out of and stuff. See, if this stuff was natural stone and it would fit into the nooks and crannies, I would not be doing it with this. I would have used a sponge roller. And that's what I've used before, 6-inch, or I think it was a 4-inch sponge roller. That way I could push it into the nooks and crannies. Well, this doesn't have really many nooks and crannies other than the grout line, you know? And so that's why I used that roller before, because I thought I was doing myself a favor. And no, sure wasn't. Sure didn't do it right that time, did I? Still trying to think what I have to do to fix it. I thought it would kind of die down and kind of relax after a while. And maybe it would blend in, but no go. Looked in the bathroom. I think you saw that video. Hopefully you saw how it kind of beat it up. You see little dots all over the floor. Okay, there we go. Now see, literally, I have only just finished this first coat, and you can see how nicely it's already starting to dry on the floor. Look at that. I almost feel like I could walk on it right now, but I won't. I'm going to let it dry a little bit longer and let it get dry all the way before I come back on this floor to put the second coat. So, you know, more than likely, even when I feel it, now see, it feels pretty dry. But I'm going to let it go because I want it to cure a little bit and dry more on the top. So when I put the second coat on, it's not going to leak through the first coat and reactivate the first coat. So I'm going to leave it like this. Read the directions on your container and see what it says. Be safe rather than sorry. If it tells you to wait 2 hours, by word, wait the 2 hours. Okay? And that's what I'll probably do too. You know, I could probably do it in a half hour, but I'm going to be safe rather than sorry.